The streets of Jerusalem buzzed with tension. Word spread like wildfire. A woman had been caught in adultery. The crowd had come not just to witness, but to judge. Their faces were hard, their eyes sharp, carrying the weight of the law and their own unspoken resentments. They dragged her from her house, her head down, her hands trembling. Dust clung to her sandals, and the humiliation burned hotter than the midday sun. She was alone in the alley, surrounded by whispers and accusations. The scribes and Pharisees walked ahead, their robes flowing, holding the scrolls of the law like swords. She must be stoned, one muttered, voice steady with authority, as Moses commanded. They pushed her forward into the open courtyard, where Jesus sat teaching. The crowd parted just enough to reveal the woman at his feet. Jesus looked up, calm, serene, eyes scanning the faces that had come to condemn. The murmur of voices swelled into a roar of judgment. The scribes and Pharisees leaned in, eyes narrowed. "Teacher," they said, voices sharp, "this woman was caught in the act of adultery. Moses commanded us to stone such women. What do you say?" The woman's gaze lifted for the briefest moment, meeting Jesus' eyes. Fear clung to her chest. Her heartbeat echoed in her ears. She saw something in him, not anger, not judgment, but a quiet, unwavering presence. The crowd pressed in, demanding an answer. Jesus bent down, and with a finger, he wrote something in the dust. No one could see what he wrote. The silence stretched, thick and tense, as if the air itself were holding its breath. The scribes and Pharisees pressed again. "What do you say?" Jesus straightened, looking directly at the crowd. "Let the one among you who is without sin cast the first stone," he said, his voice calm, but carrying the weight of truth. For a moment, nothing moved. A stone rested heavy in a hand. Eyes darted to the ground. The crowd shifted, whispered amongst themselves. One by one, starting with the oldest, they let the stones drop to the floor. Footsteps shuffled backward, leaving only dust and silence. The woman remained, her chest heaving, waiting. Jesus stepped closer. He looked at her, not with condemnation, but with mercy. "Woman," he said softly, "where are they? Has no one condemned you?" "They have all left, sir," she whispered. "Neither do I condemn you," he said. "Go now and sin no more." Relief flooded her chest, tears welling in her eyes. She had expected punishment, humiliation, perhaps even death. Instead, she received grace, a chance to start again. Her feet carried her forward, lighter than before, as if the weight of shame had been lifted entirely. The crowd had gone, leaving the courtyard quiet, the law intact, yet transformed. The air felt different, charged with mercy, not judgment. Jesus returned to his teaching, calm, serene, a quiet rebellion against the hatred that had filled the hearts around him. That day, the woman walked away alive, forgiven and free. But the lesson stretched far beyond her. Mercy triumphs over condemnation, compassion over cruelty, and grace can rewrite the story of a life once thought lost. Moral of the story: true forgiveness is powerful. Mercy can transform lives, silence judgment, and give a second chance.